right, coming up next, a matchup to determine the baddest man on the planet. The UFC heavyweight title is on the line. Well, for a long time, he's been mentioned with the baddest men on the planet. For a long time, though, the title fight eluded him. Not anymore. Here he is, the #1 heavyweight contender, finally making this walk and cracking a smile. He's waited a long time for this. He's not expecting a 25-minute war. He believes he has the power and the skills to get this thing done quickly. I guess we'll find out. Well, a lot of people think it's the most significant title in combat sports. No argument from me. Baddest man on the planet, UFC heavyweight champion. There he is in the flesh. What an absolute monster. What a title reign it has been. But a serious challenge in front of him here tonight. When this man became the heavyweight champion, a lot of people thought that this challenger was the one who would wrest the belt away. Now the fight is here. We'll see if we get a new champion or if this man continues one of the greatest heavyweight legacies the Octagon has ever seen. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight championship fight. So more than 10 years apart, these two fighters. Some differences in height and reach as well. All right, now to get us started, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. When the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Dan Mergliotta. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Madison Square Garden Arena in New York City, it's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Heavyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a kickboxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 168 pounds. Fighting out of New York, presenting the challenger, Black Mamba. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a kickboxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of East London, England, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Magic Man.
All right, this is for the UFC Championship. I want you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. I want a nice, clean, safe fight. Touch gloves, back your corners, come out fighting. You ready?
All right, so we got two classically trained strikers here. Any chance this fight actually goes to the ground?
This fight does not go to the ground. This one will be fought in the pocket. Two guys will stand in front of each other. They will trade punches. They will trade kicks. It's going to be a classic matchup that you normally see inside of a ring. You get it in the Octagon tonight.
Really making good use of his reach advantage there with that punch. Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman.
Good series of strikes by him there.
Great job of mixing it up, staying active, keeping busy, doing great work. Nice kick.
All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie. Oh, good opportunity to do.
Oh, that was a
double leg takedown attempt attempt as he gets the fight back to the mat.
It's ideal. His ideal situation just happened. He got in on the shot, didn't have to put too much effort to finish. Great job.
Just over 3 minutes to go. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Well, he's got his back now. Back to the feet now. Throws a big right hand, but doesn't find its home. Sound defensively blocks the shot.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one?
Now he's got the Muay Thai block.
Oh, nice. Nice.
All right, so now we are on the ground. Now he is in his wheelhouse. We'll see if he can get one of his submissions to pop here tonight. All right, north-south position now. We'll see how he chooses to proceed. Oh, nice job working. Oh, the master of the transition. Nice scramble. And he landed the right hand there.
Nice.
Oh, big elbow. Back to the feet.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick. That is, oh man, this dude is good.
15 seconds to go.
Over and over, he landed these big body kicks. That was something. Nice strike.
Round two next. All right, now we check out some of the action from that previous round, DC. How about the display of striking?
Just high level. I mean, you would think that we're watching a K1 level kickboxing match opposed to being in the UFC. Both displayed great technical skills, unbelievable striking.
All right, here we go with round two. Round one, pretty good, not great, but some action on both sides.
We can't always hope for fireworks, John. Sometimes you got to deal with the ebbs and flows of a fight. In round number one, you saw both guys have success. Let's see who really charges out ahead in the second round.
Oh, DC, would you look at this? And he's out.
Beautiful leg kick throw.
Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect.
Oh! Big liver kick lands under the elbow.
Wow.
Look at the force behind that leg kick.
Oh, single collar tie here. Oh, and now the underhook, DC.
He's got the underhook, he's got the far side post. If you're the opponent, you have got to get out of here.
All right, so the fighters are in the clinch again, DC. I get tired.
Oh, man, look at that. Big.
And this might just be a matter of time. Brilliant submission defense there. All right, right into side control here, DC. Biggest difference between half guard and side control?
Well, side control to me feels like a little bit less control because now my legs aren't really doing anything anymore. Now I'm controlling you with my upper body. So I've got to be very, very aware. It's still at, now he's attacking the triangle.
Triangle looks good, he's out. Reversal here, DC.
What a way to switch the position. Fantastic movement by the bottom fighter.
Oh, and he escapes up to his feet. Very nice. Oh, really using his reach advantage as he landed the jab there. Well, he was a little bit lackluster in round one. You can't say the same here in this second round. He has really picked up the pace and up to... Oh!
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Oh, he might be out.
Take many of those, you better check.
Left hook, right hand.
Oh!
Big, powerful punch land. Now he gets back to range.
Sound defensively here as he stays upright. Double leg takedown, no good.
slicing elbow lands from the clinch.
Watch the shot. Single collar tie now.
Take him.
Beautiful job with the ankle pick to get him down. Now we'll see where he chooses to go from here.
Got the ankle pick. Let's see how he advances from this position.
30 seconds to go here. Well, he gets up again here, but he looks hurt. Man, is he timing his shots well here tonight, DC. It's hard to recall him being this accurate in the past.
I mean, he is so sharp. And not only is he accurate, he's also keeping very crisp.
All right, that's the end of round number 2. All right, so there's the end of the round, and the tide has officially turned. A huge head strike to stun his opponent. We'll see which corner can adjust here moving forward.
I mean, they've got to be celebrating. They've got to be happy. Everything's working. But the other side has to be concerned. They have to figure something out, make some sort of adjustment to try to change the tide of this fight.
All right, pretty good back and forth action in the previous 2 rounds. Your expectations here as this next round gets underway?
I expect the action to really pick up now. These guys have to lay it on the line as we start to approach the end of the fight.
Oh, continuing to work the body to great effect.
I mean, he's cutting down the sides with these beautiful leg kicks.
Ooh, now he's got the tie pump, Daniel. If you're on the other side, what are you trying to do to get out of this potentially dangerous position?
You got to start digging your shoulder to a side and trying to shove an underhook. You cannot bend down to try to get out of Muay Thai punch. Oh, man, head kick lands. What a punch.
Got the single collar tie. And they separate.
Leg kick.
Now he gets a more dominant position with the underhook.
He is going to start to drive knees over and over. You got to be careful here. You got to move.
Oh, he lands another punch there, and you can tell at this point he is going right at that cut on his opponent.
Right at the cut on the eye, just making sure he knows that I'm going to be targeting him. Keep your hands up, and when the hands go up, he will then change the target down low, trying to find finishes.
Oh, he's really starting to apply pressure on his opponent here. Different approach here in the last couple rounds, and it's the exact sense of urgency that you want to see from a fighter. Take the judges out. All right, so a high-amplitude double-leg takedown there. Now we'll see what he can do with it to try to advance position on the ground.
You knew that he was going to attack the double because he's such an explosive guy. He got it on the hips, finished the shot very quickly. Fantastic job.
All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
All right, so he's got the body locked down here, DC, or so it appears. This is not a guy you want anywhere near your back. Man, isn't it fun to watch this dude work on the mat?
He's unbelievable how fluid he is in his motions on the mat.
Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now. Oh, and he gives up his back here, DC. I know you've never had your back taken in the UFC. You've never been submitted, but this is not a good spot for the defensive fight.
It's not a very good spot for him, but the guy on bottom needs to stay patient. He cannot panic. He needs to find a way to get back to his back. Lay on his mat. He got to get his back to the mat. He has to get his back to the mat. So then he can start to work on his defensive transition.
Oh, nice scramble by him there. Takedown defense on point. He is a master in transition. Beautiful takedown by him there as he lands another one. He's keeping the staff guys busy tonight, huh?
I mean, over and over, takedown attempt after takedown attempt, and the cardio. The cardio to wrestle that much is so impressive because his opponent is getting back to his feet, but he's got this ability to continue to chase takedowns.
All right, now we take a look back at some of the action in that previous round, DC. A lot to like on both sides, really.
I mean, both were intent on going forward. And what happens when nobody wants to take a step back? They meet in the middle. That's exactly what they did, and they both found success over the course of that round.
All right, fourth round is now underway as we get to the championship rounds. What is a fighter's mindset when you get to this 16th minute of the fight?
This is when you understand that he's hurt.
grappling position. We'll see who has the advantage. Guard now, DC, some submissions at his disposal if he so chooses.
Yeah, he does have a couple submissions. They're very rare submissions, go-go-plata, omoplata. But if the guy has any understanding of submission defense, he knows how to stay safe. He got it.
Working on another submission attempt here. Nicely done. Oh, he's back up again. You gotta like that.
Big leg kick land. Nice strike.
All right, so we'll see if he goes for another takedown here, and it's the way he's approaching the setup, too, that I think you've liked so far.
I love it, man. I love how he's throwing the left hook and almost pulling himself into his shot. Punch goes, as the opponent's hands go up, he drives.
Whoa!
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Recovery, man. Right back to his feet. Well, you know I don't like the gi very much, but I have an appreciation and a healthy one for these type of transitions.
You can tell he's been in a gi at some point in his life with the way that he moves so freely.
I'm skipping jiu-jitsu next week, too. That is how you scramble, folks. All right, human backpack. Oh!
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
Oh, he might be out. Really making good use of his reach advantage as he lands the straight punch.
Beautiful one.
That right eye's looking pretty swollen.
Big knee. Dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
All right, dominant position here. He's got the full mount. A lot of different ways.
Oh, he's attacking choke now. Oh, he's got a choke.
Oh, we're getting a finish here. And this might just be a matter of time. Well, you see all the grappling repetitions here. Just beautiful movement, seamless transitions on it.
Over and over, these guys are doing things that you see in every jiu-jitsu gym around the country.
10 seconds remaining here in round 4.
Good.
Horn sounds for the end of round 4. All right, so let us now check out some of the action in that round, DC. There was a whole lot of it, including a stunner upstairs that nearly closed the show.
It was a lot of action. It was back and forth action, but the big moment was that big strike to the head that landed, that put him on wobbly legs, and in survival mode, luckily he made it to the end of that round.
Last round, completely dominated him on the ground. You want to keep doing that this round. Be smart when you enter into that clinch or takedown.
Last round, guys. You ready? You ready?
So here it is, folks, 5th and final round.
Big kick lands. Grabbing the back of the head, pulling forward on the head, and then landing it.
Whoa!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish the strike.
Oh, he might be out. Big knee lands there.
Real quick leg kick.
All right, he engages in the single collar tie.
Nice straight punch.
So there it is, longer reach paying dividends as he counters with a punch.
Game of inches right there, boy. Wow. It was good night if that landed.
Mixes it up nicely in terms of staying heavy and also staying active. All right, so he's landed some good shots. You hate to be overly critical. Whoa!
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad. Nice punch there.
Now goes in and secures the takedown. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. All right, side control now. All right, good movement by him here on the ground. He really is a master of these transitions.
He is a master of movement on the ground. You never know where he's gonna be.
Oh, big combination of ground and pound strikes here, DC. This could be the beginning of the end.
I mean, you gotta be very careful when you take these big ground and pound strikes. You need a controlled posture on the bottom, and if you're the top guy, the guy that's looking to finish, continue to gain posture and rain down big strikes on your opponent.
All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying.
Oh!
He's starting.
Beautiful movement, hip work on the ground here, just outstanding with the transitions.
He is not staying in one place on the ground, and that's very important.
Oh, that's got to be discouraging as he gets right back up again. All right, stacking him up here, keeping the pressure on. I know you guys do a lot of this training with your jiu-jitsu coach there in San Jose.
Oh, absolutely, but it's a difference. If your feet are on our hips, it's a problem. So we shove them through the middle. We shove them through the middle so that our legs can be what controls your feet.
Right.
We're not using our hands. I'm not using my hands. I'm using my legs to just kind of wheel and deal you from side to side. Then my upper body is free to punch. If you get your feet on my hips, you're out.
Right.
You may as well just kick away.
All right, so they came in unquestionably the two best in the world in this division, and they showed you exactly why here tonight. A lot of people may think the challenger did enough. For me, slight lean to the champion to retain his title.
I agree with you, John. I thought the champion did just enough to keep his belt. And this has nothing to do with you got to beat the champ to get the belt. No, the champion outworked him in the big spots, and he should retain his title.
The official decision is in. Bruce Buffer has it.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the contest 50-45. For the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Magic Man.
So there he is, and still the baddest man on the planet, the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world. It wasn't everyone's expectation that it would go the full 25 minutes here tonight.
Fight. Hey, pull the trigger.
See some blood!
Put him to sleep.
Yeah. Come on, man. Give it to him.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Put him to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm loving this.
Ready? Fight. It's over.
Give it to him. Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Swing, baby. Fight. That's right.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, man.
Put him to sleep.
Put him to sleep. Yeah.
Fight.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Fight.
We can't fight.
Go, baby, let's go.
Yeah, boy. Light it up.
Swing, baby.
Yeah, man.
Swing.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Fight.
Light it up. I'm loving this. The blood. Work it, Joe. Work it up. Yeah. Get him. This is what it's all about. Work it. Yeah. Come on. Fight. Put him to sleep.
Are you ready? Take him. Are you ready? All right.
Fight.
That's it. Oh. Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's it.
He fell down with the shit.
That was you.
Fight.
Round 3.
It's over.
Game over. Winner by submission.